Hello, everybody. So I am finally making my first album ranking. Pretty soon after this is out, I'll be making a song ranking. Though chances are, by the time you watch this, the song ranking will already be out. This is every album by Thousand Foot Krutch ranked. Um, Thousand Foot Krutch is like they were one of my favorite bands for a while back when I was more into just like hard CCM hard rock type stuff. I'm into slightly heavier stuff than that now, like a more like thrash metal, but I still do like a lot of hard rock and Thousand Foot Krutch. We have some great songs. And yeah, I'll get to the direct song ranking later, but yeah, this is just gonna be the album ranking. Um, I'll get right into it. Number 8, my least favorite Thousand Foot album, and this might surprise some people, but I'm the Flame in All of Us. And yeah, I know this has some great songs on it, like Falls Apart, the title track, The Safest Place. That's my favorite song on that. I won't be a safest place to hide. That's a really good song. But this album is so inconsistent. Like What Do We Know and The Last Song are easily their two worst songs in my opinion. Um, like What Do We Know is the only song that made I would actually call a bad song. The last song is pretty close though. Those are both pretty honestly. Just find them annoying. Then there's also a lot of other ones like My Home and uh, I don't remember all the like Wish You Well. They're just kind of boring. Not bad, but kind of boring. But yeah, there is a lot of good stuff on this too though. Like those Broken Wings, decent. Inhuman is okay. Well, it's good. It's like a little more than okay. My Own Enemy, I like that song. But yeah, I said that my three main favorites of that are Falls Apart, The Flame in All of Us, and The Safest Place. Okay. Number 7 is Oxygen Inhale. And even though I like this album more than The Flame in All of Us when it comes to just like the average of the songs, I would probably rather listen to The Flame in All of Us all the way through. And I don't know, I really don't want to have to sit through the What Do We Know or the last song really, but this album is just kind of boring. Like it doesn't have any like extremely low lows, but like the highest highs, like I'd say probably like Give It to Me, Born This well, Untraveled Road, and Give It to Me are probably the two highest. Those are two good songs, but even then they're not great. Like they're not even 8 out of 10 in my opinion. I know the Untraveled Road is like a fan favorite Thousand Foot Krutch song, but I just think it's good. Then so many of them, like even the hardest songs on this album, are still like they would practically be a ballad if you put them on their other stuff, and even the other albums aren't that heavy. So, and you can have good music that isn't heavy, like obviously, obviously you can, but you can have music that I like that isn't heavy. Like some of my favorites, I have some of my absolute favorite songs are pretty soft, but you have to kind of have like either really good melodies or really good lyrics or both for that. And this just doesn't really have that. It just sounds like something you'd hear in Era One, and then comes to some of the songs that have less like more edge to it. There's not much to say about this album. It's just kind of boring. I'm just gonna move on for right now to number 6, which is Set It Off. Now, this album, there's a lot I like about this album. For one thing, this is probably has their heaviest guitar tone. Like, you listen to the Puppet, everybody, shock your body. It's got like this is definitely, I'd say, a new metal album. And I like new metal a lot, but I definitely like the more heavier, like System of a Down type new metal, as opposed to the more rap inspired, like the more heavily rap, like Limp Bizkit type new metal. And I think that Set It Off leans a lot more toward Limp Bizkit. Um, it's not terrible. I do like several. I say Puppet's my favorite. Second would be Superfly. I don't hear a lot of people talk about that song. I see more Puppet in the title track. Title track would be my third favorite, but yeah, Superfly is a really good song on that album, even though the title sounds pretty like Superfly. But yeah, then the songs are decent, like Unbelievable, got that kind of cool chorus. When in Doubt, surprisingly good for pop punk. I'm not really a big pop punk guy. Like I feel like pop punk is just like pop music for people who want to be a part of the punk scene, but don't actually like punk music. Um, But yeah, When in Doubt's a decent song. A lot of his albums are kind of boring also, like Lifted or Small Town, which is... Small Town has really good lyrics, but just musically is pretty boring. But yeah, we're starting to get better here because we got some... This is like from now on, I would say... Well, not... Next album not metal, but this album I would say is new metal. And then, yeah, the next two aren't, but the top three are, probably. Either way, this, yeah, Said About a decent album. Number 4, have The Art of Breaking. Now, this is one I feel like it should be above the number 4, but I'll get to why it's not later. This has some of their absolute best choruses on it. Like, Move, that's like the most popular song on this album by far. And it's a good chorus, my third favorite song on the album. Move and show me what you can do. It's still just another song. The lyrics are just about music themselves, so it's not that deep of a song, but it's good. Slow Bleed. Sometimes I fall asleep and then I lose control. Yeah, that's my second favorite on the album, and easily my favorite title track. That's like top 5 Thousand Foot Krutch song. When I feel numb, I'll let you know I won't become what I was before. You cannot kill what's not your creation. This is the art of breaking. That might be my favorite chorus from them. And yeah, that's like, but I think that's my 5th favorite song from them. You'll have to see when we get to the song ranking, but yeah, the title track's really good. There's several other ones. The rest of this album, other than those 3 standout tracks, the rest of the album is just decent. Like Hand Grenades, probably the heaviest on the album, but it's still just like it's good. Hurt, I like the verses a lot, but I don't know, I don't like the chorus very much. There's something about it that rubs me wrong. Like Make Me a Believer, I like that chorus. Make me a believer as you love. I'm singing it very wrong, but yeah. Overall, Art of Breaking is might be their second softest album, behind obviously Oxygen, which Inhale would easily be their softest. But it makes up for it in the fact that this might be their best album for choruses, other than one I'll get to later. But yeah, number 4, the one that I felt like I should be lower, but overall it's not, is Exhale. Now Exhale is just an extremely consistent album. Like, there's no crazy high highs on it, but there's really no like really low lows or anything. It's just consistently good. There's a lot of good songs that like Push or Lifeline. I think my 2 favorites, Push and Lifeline. Honest is one of the better ballads. Like a lot of songs don't really stand out that much. They're Adrenaline. I like that one. It's got the it's kind of funny that one of my favorite parts of the album is like kind of a rappy part, but I would like that. I'm not even, I don't know the lyrics are, but that like, you know what I'm talking about. If you've heard the song, that really fast, like rappy like part at the beginning, I like that part. Exhale overall, it's just a consistently good hard rock, like, I think, I definitely hear some southern rock influences, I'd say, probably, maybe, I don't know. There's Oxygen and Hail is definitely southern rock. Exhale a little less, but it's still got it. It's still got that influences there. For what it is, it's good, very consistent. These top 3 now. The top 3 are easily these are easily my choice. These top 3 are really what I listen to TFK for, like, and some of the songs from like the title track from Art of Breaking. There's good songs on all of them. Even Flame of All of Us has some of my favorites. But when I think Thousand Foot Krutch, I think these top 3 albums. Number 3, these were my top 2 for a while, because I had 2 that, these 2 are definitely the 2 best. But after re-listening, I say this is actually number 3, Welcome to the Masquerade. This might be their most popular, other than The End Is Where It Began, I'm not quite sure. But it's got really good songs on it. Welcome to the Masquerade, obviously the title track. That's a really good one. My favorite song on the normal album is Out of Control, because it's got like one of their best riffs. I would like this. It's like a hooky riff. I like the riff on that one a lot. It's my favorite riff from them. Um, the rest is good. There is, I think, 2 or 3 ballads on it. I don't know. Already Home is one of my favorite ballads from them. Still below average for the album, but I like that song. There's this one is heavier. This one is borders between hard rock and new metal. I'm not quite sure which one I'd say it is. It can be it can be heavier at times. It's obviously like a lot of TFK, or at least in that era between this and another album. Pretty cheesy lyrics, often like "I got a bad case of turning it up." Like, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, fire it up. It is a good song, but yeah, it's pretty cheesy. And then there's like SmackDown and Scream and stuff. I think the fan edition helps us out a lot, even though I'd say anyone else is probably the weakest on the album if I include the fan edition. But it makes up for the fact "Take It Out on Me" is one of their best songs, and then "Shook" that's like number 3. That's gotta again. I think TFK's best thing is their choruses. Like shook. I feel shook every time I close my eyes and travel into the place in the back of my mind. It's a place where memories had my thoughts collide in places, dozens of faces all at the same time. I kind of messed it up, but you know the song. Shook is one of their best songs. Um, yeah, I Welcome to the Masquerade. I have a hard time talking about the album overall. Like, there's some bands where I'll probably be able to talk about like why I like the album overall, but I'm really not kind of thinking anything to say other than just the individual stuff for each song. Well, the next album I have some stuff to say about the album overall. Um, yeah, that's okay. So number 2, Phenomenon. I had this at number 3 for a while. This is probably my favorite sound from Thousand Foot Krutch. Um, this is definitely new metal. Not quite as like definitely new metal as Set It Off, but yeah, I would still say it is. But yeah, this has many of their best songs. Like my favorites in this album are "Last Words," uh, "Step to Me," and "Faith, Love, and Happiness." Those are all top 10 Thousand Foot Krutch songs, and "Faith, Love, and Happiness" is actually my second favorite song from them. "Step to Me," also great. I sometimes wish that I could fly. That hook right there, that hook right there was the main reason this is my favorite song, like in general, for a while when I was younger. Uh, this is just I Climb is also really good. I like the lyrics in that. Oh, Last Words also. I love the lyrics in that one, even though like it's kind of cheesy because the life is more than just a guitar playing. That line is pretty cheesy, but other than that, I like the lyrics of that song a lot. I know Rock Fist is like the big hit from this album. I find that song a little overrated. I don't get why it's still one of the best, but I do. It's a good song. It's just a good, fun rocker. A lot of the songs on this album are kind of they're just like they're rock songs about rock songs, which never has really been one of my things. It's a big trend in like rock and metal to make songs about the song itself, which really isn't my thing. I like songs with more of a deep meaning to it. But sometimes, it's just this album does have one thing that are just fun, and then other ones that have more depth to them. Uh, yeah, that's all I want to say about this album. Then my favorite TFK album, which all of you can tell from, Process of Elimination, and you probably could put guesses would be from it anyway. The End is Where We Begin. This has always been my favorite album from them. Got some like Courtesy Call, Down, War of Change. Those are all great songs. Fly on the Wall is actually my favorite TFK song, which is funny because usually they're softer songs and go toward the bottom. And Fly on the Wall has got a little bit of a heaviness to it, but really I would still say it's kind of a ballad. But I don't know, I love that song. It's beautiful. It's got great lyrics, surprisingly, because TFK's lyrics can be pretty cheesy. This album has some of their cheesiest lyrics. Oh, I forgot to mention E for Extinction as far as the like cheesy tough guy lyrics in the last one. But like I Get Wicked. That's the first one I think of when I think of TFK cheesy tough guy new metal, stereotypical new metal lyrics. It's still a good song though. Down I feel like is also kind of that type of lyrics, but it's done a lot better. This album overall is I'm trying to think of things to say for the album overall. I'm much better at talking about individual songs. Yeah, it's got good chorus, decent. It's got good choruses, good riffs. Sometimes good lyrics. It's just a fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna say any more right now. This is my favorite TFK album. If you want to know more about why I like it, go to the song ranking because I rank this album based on the individual songs.